Hello guys, Adam here from Not Toys Action Figures, bringing you another Star Wars The Black Series review and unboxing. As you can see here, the next couple of videos are going to be very Mandalorian centric. As you can see, we have the Mando right here in the middle, and I've actually been really looking forward to getting him. He was sold out everywhere for a long time in Austria in this old school armor. I have the Beskar armor version on what's the word? What's it called? I can't remember the name. I pre-ordered it. That's right. Yeah, and I think it's not going to come till the end of August, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we have like Series 1 Mando before the Beskar armor. Here we have the retro version of Mando, and here we have his nemesis Moff Gideon. Today though, we're going to be opening up the Mandalorian box, the main guy. Moff will be the next episode, and I think actually what I'm going to do with the retro version is I'm going to actually open him up on a stream. So probably, I don't know if I'm going to do it on YouTube. Like, it'll have already happened by the time you see this video. Or will it? Maybe I should do it tomorrow. Who knows? It's probably going to have already have happened because I don't know if it's worth a full video just to open him up. I did originally want to keep him in his box, but you can see the card is all bent and wavy. And yeah, I think it would be cooler to get him out, do some poses with him, take some photos. But yeah, today's main event is this bad boy. Like I said, it's the original version of the Mandalorian from the series 1 of the show before he gets Beskar armor. I kind of like his mismatched armor with all of the scrapes on it. Again, I don't really know why. It's probably someone can tell me in the comments that this one is from the Mandalorian and has this kind of art on the side, and this one is red. They're definitely, or obviously I should say, some type of different series of toy. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious. I wonder if the new Mandalorian one, the one with the Beskar armor that I'll get in a couple of months, will come with this kind of artwork on the side. Let's see. But yeah, so Mando, we have him in the box. A nice kind of window we can see. And you see he has his revolver and his rifle. We have a nice bit of artwork of him there. On the side we have the hot red. He's number 94, the Mandalorian. On the back we have some text. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. The Mandalorian is battle-worn and tight-lipped, a formidable bounty hunter in an increasingly dangerous galaxy. And quite a long one, actually, for the synopsis. On the side, more black. On the top, black. On the bottom, your terms and conditions. But yeah, let's get him out and see how he looks. So we got him out of the box, and here he is in his first pose, holding up his revolver, or his pistol I should say. And yeah, he's a really, really nice figure, like they always are, I guess, with the Black Series. He has lots and lots of detail on him. And yeah, I just really, really like his kind of casting and how they've managed to put some dirt on his helmet or rust, and just how aged he looks. Like, he looks like he's been in battles. You can see the chipping on his breastplate, on his arm piece here, on his shoulder pad, and everything. And just like I said before, how mismatched his armor is. Like, he looks like he's just kind of thrown together anything that he's found. And I like how they've kind of portrayed that. Whoops, his rifle fell off. How they've portrayed that in the figure, with it really, these lighter colors really standing out against the browns, and the helmet looking old and worn in. And yeah, and then adding like the bits of leather onto it to kind of show even more detail, like on the belt here, on the boots and the knee pads. This blue knee pad, which is kind of funny when you look at the retro version, because on the retro version it's really, really blue. And yeah, like just like these extra rounds here. And then of course we have his kind of like signature cape, kind of hung over one shoulder. It is a little bit, I'd say, a bit loose on here, but I think it's because they want it so that you can easily move it. For the rifle, let's have a look at his rifle. Again, very, very iconic to the Mandalorian. Kind of saw less action, I'd say, in Series 2, because I guess they went more for the Beskar spear. But yeah, in the first series, he used this pronged end to shock people. And yeah, it's a really nice rifle. Obviously very unique to the Mandalorian, because it's his gun, his signature weapon. We also have his blaster rifle, which again, I think is very unique to the Star Wars world. Like I said, like it feels like a revolver to me, and adds to that kind of old Wild Wild West feel that the Mandalorian TV series has. And yeah, there's lots of like nice little details on there. I like that they've kind of made the handle look a bit darker, so you can distinguish it out of. It's not just one solid piece that's just been painted silver or grey, I guess. Very nice. And yeah, the Mandalorian himself, like I said. Oops, sorry, my computer's bleeping at me. I was quite surprised at how much articulation he has, because he's a guy in full body armor, so I was kind of expecting him to be very limited. But when we look at his head, he has a swivel on it. He has a kind of side tilt, left and right, there and there, which is nice. He has a front tilt, down, up. Up isn't so impressive, but down is quite good, especially considering we have the cape here. If we go to his arms. Again, I was not expecting much on the arms, but they have this. I think it's what they did with the clone troopers as well, or the stormtroopers. They've kind of glued this big piece of rubber here, so when you actually lift it up, it slides up. It does get caught a little bit by the cape, which is a bit annoying. Like now, it looks like he's choking, and also on top, you can kind of see it's starting to kind of bend back on itself. But his arm does get to roughly, well, maybe just under 90. Because it's pinned onto this, or it's glued onto the shoulder, it does have a full rotate on the arm. This arm, there's a bit more obviously in the way because of the cape. His arm probably gets up to, I don't know, maybe like 60, and again this cape kind of comes up a bit, which doesn't look that great. But you can get it to go all the way around if you move the cape out of the way. But yeah, and then on the elbows, elbow comes up to here, which is good. Goes nice and straight. On the hand, on his trigger finger, it does have, and also his forearm has a swivel on it, which is nice. The hand as well does swivel. It's very tight, but it does go all the way around. It has a kind of tilt on it here with the trigger finger on this side. This hand also has a forward and backward tilt, so you can kind of bend it in and bend it out, which I don't think you can do with this one. No, this one is up and down, and this one is kind of in and out, which is nice. I think he is on a ball, so you get some swivel there, and a bit of tiny bit of crunch going forwards and a little bit going back. His legs do come up to about there, which isn't too impressive. But again, these arm pieces kind of touch into each other. The leg also has a turn on the thigh, which is right now it's very stiff, but it does kind of turn nearly 360 degrees, and that's on both legs. Again, this leg's tighter. On this side, he does have a gun holder though, or a holster I should say. Doesn't go that far there. But yeah, on the knees, he has a 2-pinned double jointed knee, which goes back. Doesn't go all the way back, but his leg kind of can substitute for that. On the boots don't have any swivel. They're just static, but the foot does go forward and a little bit backwards, and a little bit of tilt and swivel on sides there. But yeah, looking into more detail, like again, you can kind of see these extra silver bits that have been painted on his belt. That was really nice for the rounds, and then this holster looks really cool, and the gun, I guess it should fit in there. It's a little bit of a tricky squeeze because of this one, but I like that extra little bit of detail that they've put on the kind of safety harness on the holster there. More into the detail. Like I said, he has these armor plates on his side. Behind, it's kind of what you would expect with this leather harness going over his back, which again, the leather looks really, really great. Another view of the cape, again going for like a textured look, maybe some type of cloth material that it's got there. On the legs, we have 2 individual pieces of armor, which is nice as well. They didn't just use the same mold for both sides. It's unique, and again, adds to that kind of mismatched feel of he's using whatever he finds to use as armor, which is going to be really nice to see with the Beskar figure, because that is like the premium armor of the Mandalorians, and it'll be cool to see it looking great. But yeah, that's the figure. Again, the rifle, you can see just here there is a hole in the harness, or in the leather strap, and a hole in his back, which you can then plug in this plug into. Again, it's not as easy as you'd want it to be. Like, it does go in, but it doesn't go very far in, if you see. And with this, you kind of got to put the cloak over it, which is fine, and like it definitely gets the look of the Mandalorian and has his silhouette, you know, of having the butt coming over his shoulder, the butt of the gun. Definitely feels very Mandalorian, but it does come off pretty easily. But yeah, I really like the figure. It's typical, again, with the Black Series that these figures do tend to be very stiff when you get them out of the box. So I'm going to kind of loosen him up now, and then I'm going to put him in some poses for you. Okay, so here we have him about ready to take a shot, looking down the scope at his prey. This is the first Black Series figure that I've actually got into a kneeling position, and I'm really happy that I could get Mando into a kneeling position, because I think that's also very iconic of him, especially with his kind of like sniper rifle that he has here. What's interesting though is how they've kind of designed the rifle, because it's obviously, you know, the butt is supposed to go ahead in his shoulder, and you can see there's not really anything for his trigger hand to hold on to. So you can kind of, if you wiggle it around a little bit, hang on, let me just try and get a better view for the camera. You can kind of get it to sit inside the hand, so it looks like he's there, but then this butt is not really resting on his shoulder anymore, which is it's a little bit. I mean, I feel like they could have, maybe it wouldn't make it exactly like that. There looks kind of okay. Again, it's not really on his shoulder, but I think they could have maybe given him some type of handle to hold on to, again, because then you have this plug kind of sticking out right there as well, which, you know, you could kind of argue maybe that's the magazine. But yeah, so obviously, like, there's a little bit of oh, now he's too heavy on this one. Yeah, there's a little bit of, I guess, for posability, some things maybe could have been less realistic to make it more of a posable figure. But like I said, I'm happy I can get him into the kneeling position. He does look very cool in this position when you look at him. Yeah, great. Let's put him in another one. So here he. Oh. So here he is, aiming with his blaster. He's got his rifle in one hand. He's been taken by surprise and quickly drawn his blaster out. Again, I actually really like this figure. The other two, I've been the Ahsoka and Daphne Nihilus, I've been a little bit disappointed with, but so far I really like the Mando figure. But I think I don't know, it just, like, those characters are iconic too, but I just think there's just something about this guy that is so iconic, and I'm just really, like I said, I've been looking for this figure for a long time, so I'm really happy that I've managed to get it. So yeah, we'll put him in one more pose, and then we'll call it an end for the episode. And here he is in his final pose, using his rifle as a means to fend off what was the big rhino monster called? Was it the Mudhorn? And yeah, I really like this figure. I really like this pose as well. I think it's really cool and very, very true to the character. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think of this Mandalorian figure. I'm sure most of you already have him because he is so cool. I'm really happy that I've got him in my collection. I can't wait for the Beskar armor version. And in the next episode, like I said, he will have someone to fight. He will be fighting Moff Gideon with the Darksaber. So you can't really see Moff right now, but if I move him up, now you can. So I am really looking forward to opening these two and have them facing off against one another. Really, really cool figure. My favorite Black Series figure that I've opened so far. Definitely, like the amount of detail on it is really great. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, because that helps other people find my videos. And like I said, let me know what you think of the Mandalorian. What you think of the new figures that kind of got teased for the vintage. Well, they didn't get teased. That got announced for the vintage collection. Because that was very heavily Mandalorian based. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.